Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady podcast here, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is my reaction to the 4-2, yes, 4-2 victory against Borussia Dortmund away in the Europa League tonight. It wasn't FIFA we just watched, it was real life. I am utterly astounded at that result and performance. That is more than anything anybody could have imagined. We all expected to maybe, if we could keep it at 0-0, even a 1-0 defeat, and we would be quite happy with that. Take it back to Ibrox, and with the noise of 50,000 fans cheering the team on, you never know what might happen. But that was just, I just can't believe that. That is the most astounding game we have probably ever watched Rangers in Europe in recent memory. It's just unbelievable. You think about where we've come from. 10 years ago tonight, we were contemplating what administration meant to us. Were we going to have a club? Fast forward to tonight, and we are now not just beat, we dominated for large parts of that game one of the best teams in Europe. And that is something that I just cannot fathom myself. I don't think many of us can, because that is just something that 10 years ago tonight, everything seemed lost. We didn't know where we were going to go from here, if we would even have a club. And to fast forward to tonight is just nothing short of absolutely astonishing. And it makes me so proud to be a Rangers fan and see how far we've come in that 10 years. But into the game, I'll try and summarise it as best as I can. But we lined up McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Bassey, Barisic, Jack, Lundstrom, Aribo, Arfield, Kent and Morelos. On the subs bench we had McCrory, Hogarth, King, Davis, Ramsey, Kamara, Sands, Ahmad and Wright. So the first half, all I've put here is wow, because it was a fantastic performance so far. Very assured, stifled most of what Dortmund tried to do. Probably playing second fiddle on the possession stats to them for most of the half. We struggled to create a lot, but when we did something, it was always causing them issues. Their keeper was having to make saves. I think we maybe only had three or four chances in total, but they looked a bit shaky at the back, especially when we went down the wing. And when we did something, it was causing havoc for them. Morelos was looking a little isolated, though, I would have said, and that was maybe due to the lack of chances coming his way. He wasn't dropping back, which was disappointing, but good to see at the same time, because he's most effective when he's in the position. And we've seen over the last couple of seasons, when he does drop back, it means he's less effective up front. But, you know, he certainly got the goal tonight, which we'll get into. There was an early chance from us on the 10th minute with a lovely quick passing out from defence, down the left wing to Kent. Kent charges past the defender, cuts inside, passes to Barisic, who takes it further into the box and has a close range shot on the left hand side at an angle, but the keeper makes a save with his feet and out for the corner. It was a great chance. I hate to say it, but anyone but Barisic in that position, and that might have been a different story. Big chance for Dortmund 5 minutes later though, because they had a corner on the left. A free header in the centre from their attacker, who heads it down into the ground rather than at the goal, and McGregor ends up gathering it comfortably. It was shocking marking, allowing him that space, but it was probably an even worse miss, because I can understand them putting it into the ground, but it was a poor execution of it. Had he just bulleted it towards goal, it would have been a certain goal. So maybe got a wee bit lucky in that one there, but we'll take it every day of the week. Two fairly quick chances for Dortmund after that. 27th minute was a quick break for them, playing out from the back, got the ball in the box on the left hand side, couldn't get a shot off, so they put in a cross that fizzes across our goal and nobody picked it up, fortunately. Barisic on the 33rd minute had to clear it off the line after a through ball beats our defence, gets to their attacker in the box on the left. McGregor commits, the attacker tries to flick it in, but it was going in. Barisic was covered, no, fortunately, manages to clear it on the second attempt, so good that one there. And then this is when the game all changed, because on the 36th minute there was a VAR check after a corner into the box. Now the ball was still in play, we were still attacking, and the referees halted the game when we were going to go back into the box. Nobody knew what it was for. Clear as you like on the 37th minute, those three words you love to hear. Penalty to Rangers. It was a clear handball. There was no complaints at the time from any player. I think it was Barisic was the only one kind of half claiming for it, but what a call from VAR. You know, it certainly worked a charm in that one. 38th minute, we made it 1-0 with Tavernier scoring. He sends it to the right, keeper dives to the wrong way and into the back of net. Brilliant. With another good chance on the 40th minute, we're turning the screw at this point. Great pressure from us, ending a shot from Morelos on the right side of the box. Morelos forcing the keeper into a save at the near post and out for the corner. So a really good chance that. However, From that resulting corner on the 41st minute, we made it 2-0 with none other than Morelos scoring. The resulting corner played into the near post. Aribo heads it on. I think he was going for goal himself, mind you, but Morelos made a charging run. He got past the defender and managed to tap it into pretty much an empty net. Outstanding goal. At this point, we were in dreamland because 2-0 away from home, soaked up a lot of pressure, created a few chances. Against one of the best teams in Europe, you cannot argue with being 2-0 up, can you? So, there's still a lot of football to play at this point. That was when half-time happened. Still a lot of football to play. Dortmund have shown that they can be dangerous, but if we can stifle them again and take our chances, we're going to be in an excellent position for their turn leg. So we thought. However, if we were in dreamland before, we were absolutely on cloud 9. The second half, absolutely sensational. We had them on the ropes at one point. They pulled one back. We had them on the ropes again. We went further ahead. They pulled one back. And in the end, what capped off a truly historic night for our club. 3 minutes into the second half, because we made it 3-0 with a stunning strike by Lundstrom. It was a lovely move. I've not even typed up proper notes, so I don't know the full passage of play because I was too busy celebrating at this point. But Kent was on the left. He done some trickery, beats his man. He cuts inside, passes to Lundstrom, who has an absolute rocket from the outside of the box into the back of the net. Unstoppable shot. At this point, Dortmund were absolutely collapsing. However, 2 minutes later, as usual, you're no more vulnerable than when you've just scored the goal. Dortmund did pull a goal back on the 50th minute to make it 3-1. It was great skill on the right side by Dortmund, past a couple of our players, cross was in, defender sticks his leg out, goes to the far side of the box, and the attacker has a rocket of a shot into the back of the net. A stunning strike, unstoppable, but a wee bit of fortune there was just with our defender sticking the leg out and it going directly to their player. Can't really legislate for goals like that, unfortunately, kind of like Lundstrom's 2 minutes before there. Dortmund had another dangerous chance just after that as well in the 52nd minute. This is the point when we really needed to be tightening up because they were on the ascendancy at that point. And then 2 minutes after that, we had the ball in the back of the net after a really incisive move right from the defence, but it was weirdly ruled offside. It went to a VAR check and clearly hit off the defender. It was miles onside, regardless if it hit off the defender anyway. Miles onside. So that linesman, an absolute shocking decision there by the linesman in the first place. However, on the 55th minute, VAR decided, yeah, it was a mistake by the linesman and he gave the goal and it was classed as an OG. 4-1. I mean, at this point, my head was exploding, and I'm pretty sure everybody's was as well. How can we be 4-1 ahead of Borussia Dortmund away as well? There was a claim a few minutes later on the 58th minute for a handball in our box. It was a corner in from Dortmund on the right. Ends up at the back post near the goal. They hit a shot. It was blocked off our defender and claims for handball, but no VAR check. The replay showing it did hit off the hand. I think it was Tavernier, but he was in by his hip, so there was no way it was in an unnatural position. So certainly done the job there. 61st minute. A really heartening piece of play here because I think it was Kent, it might have been Lundstrom though, I'm not too sure, but both, either one of our players and their attacker, both went full-blooded into a sliding tackle. It was a 50-50 crunching tackle, no quarters given at all. We got the ball, both players got up, fist bumped each other, just got on with it. Great to see. You know exactly how that would have played out in Scotland, where it would have been given a foul against the team that got the ball, which, you know, as we've seen in the Hearts game there, 2 50-50s, we won the ball, it was nowhere near a foul and we get the foul against us. But that is what happens in European football, where referees actually know how to referee a game. 66th minute, Aribo had another massive chance when it was a quick break up the park down the left. Aribo could have squared it. I think it was maybe Arfield in the middle, could have squared it, but he decides to take it on himself. Maybe selfish, but it was really unlucky nonetheless because it whizzed just by the far post. So I think it was like centimetres away from grazing the post. So it was a good move. Could have been a wee bit less selfish, but we'll take it anyway. Arfield came off just after that. Sands came on, maybe trying to go a wee bit more containing there. Dortmund had a half chance on the 76th minute when they get it in the box. The attacker takes a touch, but it gets away from Hunter McGregor. It was easy to collect. Match stream from about the 80th minute was constantly breaking up for the last 10 minutes, so only seen bits and pieces of it. There was a point when my commentary was both CBS, that was the stream I was watching, and BT Sports, so it was quite confusing to see what was going on. And then on the 82nd minute, really unfortunate, takes the shine slightly off the game. Dortmund pulled a goal back to make it 4-2. I lost my stream. From what I seen, it was really an unstoppable shot from the edge of the box. McGregor was completely rooted. I seen someone blaming Bassey. I'm not going to make comment on that one there because I've never seen it properly, so I don't normally make a habit of watching the games back, but I'll certainly be watching this one back anyway, and I'll check that out for the main podcast when Dave and I do it. 85th minute, Aribo and Jack off, Ramsey and Kamara on. And again, my stream was still breaking up. From what I've seen, there was a fair amount of pressure from Dortmund, but it was all easily contained. Some really good defending, crowding them out, and I think they got maybe one shot over the bar late on. Morelos came off in the 95th minute. Wright came on. I don't think Wright even touched the ball. It was just a time-wasting exercise. But the game was done, and this is going to take a long time to sink in. Certainly, it's only one game, but what a game. What a game. I mean, this will go down as one of the best, if not the best, European performance from Rangers, because it was just to a man. I cannot single out a single player because everybody was immense tonight. You know, everybody was chasing every single ball. Everybody was going in full-blooded to stuff. It was heartening to see, and there was a lot of players that were on the receiving end in previous games of poor play, but one of the best ones was Lundstrom tonight, so kudos to him for that one. So we'll need to try and calm down because obviously we've got the game next Thursday to contend with. They might have Haaland back at this point. 2 banks of 5 I think might be the option, but certainly they're going to come out the traps. They need to score. It's just a big pity away goals are not in play anymore because that would have massively benefited us. However, we'll deal with next week when it comes because we've got another important game on Sunday. It's away against Dundee United. That's a 12 o'clock midday kickoff, so another vital one there. Dundee United have caused the Old Firm both of us problems this year. We need to go and avenge the defeat to them earlier on in the season as well, so let's continue the good form. So I'll be back with our post-match after that game. Dave and I will probably be back next week at some point, so we'll cover the last game there, this game, and obviously the Dundee United game, hopefully back before next Thursday. So all that's left to say is certainly enjoy the rest of the night. Thanks for listening and goodbye.